Championship Boxing. Before we start, tonight offering our prayer, please welcome one of the best in boxing, a former world title challenger with an outstanding record of 61 wins, only 5 publishers and 2 draws, and 42 KO victories. A former boxing coach in the 2004 Olympic Games in Athens, and most importantly, a pastor and a fighter for Christ. Please welcome the legendary Maurice Terrasas. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we kindly ask you to please rise and lower your hands as we honor those who protect us here at home and abroad. To present the colors of our great nation, please welcome the Marine Corps East Tex Attachment. And we also would like to send a very special happy birthday to the United States Army. A big thank you to all who are currently serving this country and who have served. And now here to perform the national anthem, a student of Klein Kane High School, a member of the varsity choir for 10 years, with several vocal performances and accolades. A National Junior Honor Society student, please welcome Deanda. Once again, Mariana Garcia.
Castanada. We're about to kick things off with Nash taking on Turley and Beckov. Let's hand it over to Jeremiah. Let's kick the night off.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, my friends, we are set and ready here from the inside the Galveston Island Convention Center. Tonight we start things off with our 4-round attraction. The fighters are debuting here tonight in our heavyweight attraction. We introduce you first, ready to make history walk, fighting out of Katy, Texas. Here is Gandara, Beckov.
Man, what an entrance for Turley Beckov, our biggest fighter on the card tonight, Dan.
I'm excited for this one. Only because the Kazakhs are very, very well schooled, and he's originally from Kazakhstan, now resides here in Houston. Well, like I say, very, very skilled. You've only got to look at the likes of WBC middleweight champion Gandara, Gandara Golovkin, just tough men, and very, very well schooled. And I've seen him, so this is going to be good. I'm looking forward to this one.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, also making his professional debut, and from Houston, Texas, here is Nash.
So he's facing a hometown boy in Tyrone Nash, also debutant today. So I know that Turley Beckov also has prior MMA experience, whereas Tyrone is a former Houston Golden Gloves champion. So it's a bit of an unknown, really.
Here we have Nash, 30 years of age, has been training for the last 10 years. As you were saying, Dan, former Golden Gloves champion. It's going to be an interesting bout. 30 years of age, 6 foot tall, fighting out of Power City Boxing down in Houston, Texas. He's got a tough matchup as he takes on the 6'4" Turley Beckov. There we have the lights. That's probably a little bit safer for the fighters. I think we saw Marat earlier have a little bit of trouble with the stairs.
You wouldn't be able to see your opponent if it was that dark.
There we have him. Tyron Nash, ready for action.
Everybody loves a heavyweight bout. It can change it just in one single shot. And that's what's so exciting. That's why people turn out in droves to watch the likes of your Usyks and your Anthony Joshuas and your Tyson Furies, because it can change in a heartbeat.
This is a great way to kick off the night with the big boys. Let's hand it over to Jeremiah.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, fighting fans from the Galveston Island Convention Center, streaming live on the Tigre Promotions Facebook page and YouTube channel, powered by Quintanilla. This is our opening attraction of the evening. It's scheduled for 4 rounds in the heavyweight division, presented by Tigre Promotions. This contest is sponsored by Table Development, LLC. Rankin Electric and Progressive Rejuvenation. Both judges at ringside for this contest are Corey Center, Ricky Stoner, White Saracosta, and our referee in charge of the action at the center of the battle, Joe Rodriguez. We introduce you first, ladies and gentlemen. Fighting out of the blue corner, standing with Ronnie Marks, wearing black with white, officially weighed in 201 pounds. Here tonight, ready to make his bold impression as a professional, making his debut, fighting out of King, Texas, and representing Castanada, introducing Turley Beckov. And across the ring, here's the opponent tonight, fighting out of the right corner, standing with Edgar wearing black with white, also officially rated 199.6 pounds. After claiming victory as the 2024 Golden Gloves champion, this former amateur standout is ready to make his professional debut. Hailing from Northside, Houston, Texas, here is Tigre Promotions.
Tyron Nash, Marat, Turley Beckov, kicking things off with the heavyweights, the highly decorated amateur and Nash. Going to be tested here. Both fighters debuting. This is some great excitement in the air, Dan.
Yeah, like I said, I love a heavyweight bout.
Here we go, gentlemen.
That's a good left hook and a right hand there by Turley Beckov.
So leave it on.
Oh, big shots coming in there by Nash.
Interesting from Turley Beckov to start off with those lead jabs to the body, trying to set something up there.
It's a really effective punch. It really is. It takes so much out of you.
Oh, big counter hook there from Nash. That got Turley Beckov's attention.
Good movement here by Turley Beckov. On the jab. The best punch in all of boxing. Lovely jab.
First minute into this fight, both fighters feeling each other out. Nash, the former Golden Gloves champion, making his pro debut here tonight. Good head movement there from Nash.
Heads come together there.
Gotta be careful. And Turley Beckov continually going with that lead jab to the body and see if that pays dividends later in the fight.
Boxing well. The only thing I have noticed, though, is his hands are basically by his knees. So he's got to be careful how he's exiting. Others he's going to get caught on the way out. Similar to that, like that happened there.
Yeah, definitely against a veteran like Nash. Someone who has a decorated amateur background. Can't be caught sleeping with those hands down. Let's see if Nash takes advantage of that as the fight progresses. Just about a little bit over a minute left into this opening round.
He's boxing really well, you know, Turley Beckov. It really is. Considering it's his debut.
Yeah,
and obviously MMA fight is not always known for the stand-up as a pure boxer, but he's doing well.
Yeah, definitely. Especially, this is a very well-matched fight between these two fighters. And as you're saying, some of the mixed martial arts background, in the heavyweight division there, he also, can take advantage of some of the, not having to worry about some of the speed for some of the lighter fighters. So he has a little bit of advantage transitioning from MMA to boxing in the heavyweight division, in my opinion.
Absolutely. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's people in MMA who are very good at stand-up, but, boxing's a completely different thing.
Yeah, when you got guys that are specializing in just that one discipline, there's just been some killers in boxing that have really put some mixed martial arts fighters in their place.
Absolutely.
Finishing this round strong, Nash, a solid combo there. Pretty close round. Foul was forced to score. I probably have to give that one with a good finish to Nash. I'm not the official judge of this fight, but actually both fighters look pretty solid. Nothing's crazy landed in that first round. Both fighters still trying to look for their openings.
I think for me, Turley Beckov won that round. Just on this jab alone, really. Nash struggled to close the distance, so I think that's what he needs. If I'm going to be in his corner now, I'm going to be saying, right, you need to press him, box him off, don't just follow him around the ring, step to the side, cut him off, because right now he's for me, he got outboxed in that round.
It's going to be interesting to see how those lead jabs to the body are going to pay off for Turley Beckov. I'm looking to see what he's using that to set up for later. Maybe an overhand right as the fight progresses, see if he's trying to get Nash to drop them hands low. But it's going to be interesting to see what adjustments both fighters make in round number 2.
Let's see if Nash does try and close that distance.
Once again, Turley Beckov with that lead jab to the body. Both fighters now warmed up, coming out at a little bit more intense pace for round number 2. Good shot there from Turley Beckov. Nash tries to answer back.
I don't think he was doing anything wrong with just stabbing that body with the jab. I did good work in the first round. There you go. There it is again.
Turley Beckov, the longer of the two fighters, trying to see if he can put that reach to his advantage. Transitions to southpaw now. Let's see what he can do with that. Right now, Nash with that lead hand found the money about 3 times straight there.
Gets caught with the right hand on the way in, though. He's got to be careful.
Yeah, going against that taller fighter. Trying to close that distance. Can be difficult, but Nash is a veteran, been training for the last 10 years, former Golden Gloves champion, so he's got the tools and the experience underneath him.
Really, I didn't notice that Turley Beckov had a really big breath then. And if he's worrying at this stage of a 4-rounder, if Nash does start pressing,
yeah, we're not even halfway into this fight. If he's already taking those type of deep breaths, it's just new territory for him.
I mean, I suppose it's new territory for both of them, isn't it? It's the first fight. The nerves are going to get to that nervous energy. I would like to see Turley Beckov use his jab, but follow it with the straight right hand. Because what he seems to do, he seems to swing it out wide. But if he's just like that, straight down the pipe.
I think he went for an attempt for it right there.
Lovely uppercut. That's just there when he's exiting. Straight right hand from Turley Beckov would be perfect.
There he goes once again with that lead jab to the body. 2 in a row. Nash goes low, goes high. Nice job. Man, that long jab of Turley Beckov's.
Nash is walking him down now, you can see it. He's using the double jab, but notice on the way in as well, just to create that space. So we'll see how it goes on here. Let's see if Turley Beckov manages to finally step him in.
Oh, that good transition there from Nash. Making Turley Beckov miss and then countering solidly. 30 seconds left in round number 2. Oh, big right hand there off the break. And Nash now, let's see if he can pick up the intensity as the round comes to a close.
Another big breath there from Turley Beckov.
10-second clapper. Let's see who finishes stronger. And Nash there.
Lovely left up to the body that was. That's just going to tire him out even more. So Nash, that was a closer round for me. I'd give that more to Nash. Personally, I think he managed to get that slightly. He's walking him down, which I believe is the reason why he is so tired. Well, I can't really say he's so tired. Some people look like they're tired, but they can carry on forever. But I do feel that if you look at Nash in Nash's corner, looks very, very comfortable. And if you look at Turley Beckov, his arms are on the ropes, something I'd never recommend. And, you know, so yeah, he might walk him down here and even potentially stop Turley Beckov, but we'll see. We'll find out.
I'd have to agree with you there, Dan. I give a slight edge to Nash on there, especially towards the end there. And, you know, as you're saying, people can be, you know, they have different poker faces. They can look tired, but they really aren't. But right now, the crisper of the two fighters looks like Nash is coming off a little bit more crisp in his movement and his punches. You got to wonder what adjustments Turley Beckov's corner is asking him to make going into round number 3.
Well, he's got a big smile on his face anyway, Turley Beckov, so let's see if it's some you know, if he's just kidding.
There's some of that gamemanship from Turley Beckov. Starting off pretty solid. Turley Beckov so far started off this round pretty solid. Has evaded a couple of solid attempts there from Nash. Just right there, he kind of got buckled a little bit, but
he's getting in his groove, I feel, Nash here. Heavy shots.
There's some bad intentions with those punches from Nash. Good counter there from Turley Beckov. Back Nash up a little bit.
He's got to be careful pushing his opponent back like that. He's already had a word from the referee, so you've got to be careful. That's a lovely left up to the body. Straight in the liver. Good shot.
Once again, Turley Beckov, as you're saying, right in the breadbasket. Double jab cross there from Nash. Nash coming along strong now. Backing Turley Beckov off. Let's see if he lets him off the hook or if he stays on him.
That's what I mean. It's closing that distance, that extra couple of inches, and he's giving him a chance to get his shots off. He's walking him down here.
And they are throwing down here in the center of the ring here at El Tigre Promotions. We're live on ClearLifeMedia.com. Don't forget to share with your friends and family. Got some live fights here in the great state of Texas. This is the most active round thus far in this fight. It's going to be a tougher one to call, Dan.
Absolutely, yeah. I just think that Nash seems the fresher of the two at this point. That's a good left up to the body again by Nash.
Goes low, goes high.
That's a big right hand.
And Turley Beckov is in trouble, Dan. Can he survive?
He's
50 seconds
like,
left.
Always concerns me when a fighter starts smiling, because if you get cracked, you don't want to smile. It's normally because they're hurt.
Putting on that poker face, that gamesmanship. As you said, Turley Beckov with a lot of experience in other combat sports. Trying to look for a successful boxing debut here. But Nash now looking to see if he can get his second win. He had Turley Beckov in trouble. But
the thing is with the Eastern Europeans, like the Kazakhs especially, they're very, very tough. They're just very, very tough. I mean, you've only got to look at Gandara, one of the best chins ever in boxing. So let's see if he has the same whiskers.
Yeah, no doubt. Impressive performance thus far from both fighters, and impressed that Turley Beckov was able to withstand that onslaught from Nash. And I think that solid onslaught is what's going to win Nash that third round.
Yeah, I agreed.
I think at best for Turley Beckov is 2-1 for Nash. At worst, which I have it 3-0 for Nash. So Turley Beckov's corner, you have to imagine they have to be instructing him that you need a knockout to win.
Potentially. I mean, I see it a little bit closer than that. I thought Turley Beckov won the first round, and then for me, Nash with the second and third. So if he's in Turley Beckov's corner, the way I score it, he's got to win this round. If he does win this round, based on the scoring that I mentioned, let's just say, he gets a draw.
Yeah.
So you've got to win this round, Turley Beckov. Yeah. Otherwise, Nash will run away with it.
Well, one thing we both agree on, Turley Beckov needs this round, and he needs it bad. Fourth and final round coming up in our opening matchup here at El Tigre Promotions. Curious to see who you have winning this fight. Comment in the comment section below on our YouTube channel. If you're watching this live from the Clear Life Media YouTube. Good defensive skills now from Nash.
I'd like to see Nash use the double jab just to get closer. He's been really successful when he's been using it.
Yeah, it's the schoolbook way to close the gap against a taller fighter. Double jab your way in.
Good shots there by Turley Beckov.
Turley Beckov coming on sharp, and Nash holding his ground, backing Turley Beckov off with those jabs. Oh, good shots from Turley Beckov, but then Nash answers right back.
Nash has got to be careful here. Nash has got to be careful. He can't be lazy in this last round. Because, like I said, I see if Turley Beckov wins this round, I see this being a draw.
Oh, man.
Good combination. And a lovely left hook.
Nicely done by Nash.
I think they're the things that catch the judge's eye, though. Like, not necessarily landing fully clean, but it's just a lot more impressive than just a pitter-patter potential jab, you know.
Yeah, just that crisp four-punch combination is going to get that sequence is going to get their attention. And Turley Beckov has been steadily active, but he's been just throwing just one shot at a time. Sometimes he'll come with the jab cross. But Nash has been putting together the nice combos in this fourth and final round. Oh, my goodness.
He's hurt. He's hurt.
You're right, Dan. Turley Beckov in trouble now. With a minute to go, does Nash have enough time to finish this fight? Man, he smells blood, Dan.
What did I tell you about the Kazakhs? The tough.
Man, one heck of a beard there on Turley Beckov.
Absolutely.
He's looking like he was in trouble, but my goodness. He's just telling him to bring it. Nash now just swinging away, just going for it. 30 seconds left. It's your pro debut. Leave it all in the mat. Oh, man. Nash swinging away as Turley Beckov circles off. Just under 10 seconds left. These two heavyweights are thrown down at El Tigre Promotions. And Tyrone Nash and Marat Turley Beckov go the distance here tonight in our opening fight. Dan, how do you like it?
I think Nash nicked it there in that last round, so I've got it 3-1 for Nash. Again, like you said a little bit earlier on, Todd, everybody out there watching, make sure you tell us what you think. Do you think that Nash stole it there? Do you think the early, better, cleaner punches from Turley Beckov would get him a potential draw? I don't see it myself. What about you, Todd?
No, I had it a clean sweep for Nash. With that said, I mean, that could be very deceiving because Turley Beckov was still in this fight. It wasn't just like a one-sided performance by Nash. Turley Beckov had his moments. He was just steadily, chipping away with that lead jab to the body. But just Nash was just the more crisper combinations, just the better footwork. Able to squeak this one, not so much squeak it, but just sweep it with a 4 straight, I believe. So, solid victory in my opinion for Nash. We're about to hand it over and make this one official. And just like Dan was saying, ladies and gentlemen, let us know who you thought won in the comments below. Let's hand it over to Jeremiah and make it official. They got to finish off taking off the wraps from the fighters before we make this one official. But we have 6 fights coming up later, ladies and gentlemen, topped off with our championship fights as Andre Lambe takes on Kendo Castanada. Let's make this one official.
We go a distance of 4 rounds. And I'll go to the judges' scorecards. Here are the totals. Judge points in turn. And Judge Ray Zaragoza in this contest identical 40 to 36. And Judge
You were right.
Ricky Stoner has about 39. Ricky Stoner declaring the winner by unanimous decision and with his first professional victory. From Houston, Texas.
Tyrone Nash starting his professional career off the right way. 1-0 to add to his accolades. The former Golden Gloves national champion with a successful professional debut here tonight over the double tough Turley Beckov. I'm sure we'll be seeing more of both of these fighters in future El Tigre promotions.
Absolutely. Just going out to the fans there all over the world, thanks for your comments. Make sure you do share the stream so everybody can watch. There's nothing like a bit of free boxing, so why not? So going to the fans, we've got Jack Barron said, "Come on, Lamb, let's go." Of course, the guy from Bermuda, really looking forward to seeing him. We've got First Lady, I can't think what her name, says, "Job well done, Nash." So yeah, plenty of love. Clifton Hayes says Nash wins, and yeah, you're right. Thanks for your comments.
From ClearLifeMedia.com, ladies and gentlemen, we are streaming it live, and we are about to move on to match number 2 as we have Ashton taking on Scott Jr. in what should be a nice super lightweight war.
It's a bit of needle on this, you know. At the weigh-in, they were both kind of giving it the look at me. Okay. And they kept bumping into each other. I thought, oh no, it's going to kick off here. But to be fair, I'm looking forward to seeing Nigel. I saw him on Thursday, was it Wednesday or Thursday? But just while he was waiting, just checking, making weight. And really talented lad. He had about 10 fights as an amateur, so not massively experienced. But he had 8 wins out of that, which is, for me, I think in the amateurs, if you've got a 50-50 record, you're doing all right, especially if you're going out to other, fighting away. I mean, sometimes you need a knockout for a draw in the amateurs when you go away. But he looks really good. He looked really good on the bag. And he says he's got a Mexican style, so we're expecting some exciting stuff from him.
That's always a crowd-pleasing style, the blood and guts warrior that you see a lot of the Mexican fighters bring to the ring. And Nigel Ashton, in addition to all what you were saying, is the hometown boy, Galveston. Let's hand it over to our ring announcer, Jeremiah.
Here we go for our next picture of the evening. It's a 4-pounder, the super lightweight division. Once again, 2 fighters here tonight on debut. Waiting Tuesday first.
Did you say something to me?
Fighting out of Corpus Christi, Texas. Here is Charles, the Beast, Scott Jr.
Jeremiah's ready or what? I would like you to communicate with him, so whenever you hear me say that, give him the cue. All right.
So Charles Scott Jr. enters the ring. Seems like a really good kid, actually, Charles. He looks after and helps kids with special needs. So he's got a really big heart, this guy. And also, he spent a year training at the Mayweather gym in Las Vegas. So he's obviously got some ability.
Oh, nicely done. And as we hear that, as we see, making his way to the ring, Charles Scott Jr., 5'11", 27 years of age, has been training for the last 13 years. It's going to be interesting to see a Mayweather-trained fighter here tonight in Galveston, Texas. Charles Scott Jr., the Beast, ready for action. Go ahead.
Here's the fighting line of Galveston, Texas. Nigel War Machine Ashton.
Galveston, Texas' own the War Machine, Nigel Ashton.
Of course, it's expected as a professional to be in good shape, but I will say, at the weigh-in, he's both in impeccable shape. So this should be a scrap. So, Scott Jr. had around about 35 amateur fights, did really, really well. And then, but obviously, Ashton only had 10, so who knows? But again, 2 debutants. This should be good. I'm looking forward to this. They both say they're come-forward fighters, so expect fireworks.
Looking forward to it. 5'7", 23 years of age, has been training for the last 5 years. Nigel Ashton making his way to the ring. Let's see if we can take a look at the tail of the tape that we were teasing a little bit earlier between these two light welterweight fighters. One of my favorite divisions to watch. 140-pound division has a lot of skill, a good balance of technical ability and power. Right behind the middleweights.
Ooh, that was a big stare. That was a bit naughty, that was, to me, but big stare by Ashton. This is going to be a scrap.
Man, Ashton is ready.
You're absolutely right, though, because you've got to bear in mind is at the 140, 147, fit as anything, fast, they can punch. I mean, some of these fighters can punch just as hard as an heavyweight can. The only difference is that they can't do it for 4 rounds. They might be able to bang it at one time, but not for the full 4 rounds. But obviously, I might be wrong. We'll soon find out.
All right, let's hand it over to our ring announcer, Jeremiah.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, streaming live on the Tigre Promotions Facebook page and YouTube channel, powered by Clear Light Media. We are live around the world as we get ready for our next attraction of the evening. And it's scheduled for 4 rounds of the super lightweight division in boxing courtesy of Tigre Promotions. Sponsored by Boxing TV. The North American Boxing Federation, a stalwart match. The 3 judges at ringside are Corey Turley, Anthony Mox, and Ricky Stoner, and a referee in charge of the action. And the sound of the bell, Judge Turley. We introduce you first, ladies and gentlemen, Mario Blue Corner, standing trainer Mario Rocha, wearing black and white, officially weighed 140 pounds. Here to make his first professional appearance representing R&R No Limit Boxing, fighting out of Corpus Christi, Texas. Here is Charles "The Beast" Scott Jr. And across the ring by out the red corner, standing with winner Carlos Papilla, assisted by officially weighed 139.6 pounds. Tonight, each of us ready to bring through as a professional here inside the ring. Thank you, stay here. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the fight from Galveston, Texas.
Really exciting for this one. Really excited.
Yeah, both these guys, as you were saying, they look fit and ready as ever. Galveston, Texas versus Corpus Christi, Texas. Nigel Ashton. Charles Scott Jr. And this fight is officially underway. Scott in the black trunks. Ashton with a blue and white trim. Ashton opened up with a couple of jabs. Scott looking to counter. Both fighters feeling out process right now, ladies and gentlemen. Ashton there with a jab that kind of broke through a little bit of Scott's guard. Lead jab to the body from Ashton. Scott answers back with a combo.
He said it didn't hurt him. Like I say, whenever a fighter does that, it always concerns me.
Lead hook attempt from Ashton. See, Showtime has some support from the comments. Got Jack Barron saying Showtime all the way. So show your fighter some support here tonight on that YouTube channel, clearlifemedia.com, in the comments. Scott with a nice combo. Ashton answers right back. They're right to the center. Man, both these guys' defense is so tight. It's hard for them to nothing clean has landed so far. Nothing fully flush. Just a couple of glancing shots.
I've noticed Scott Jr., he doesn't protect himself on the way out. So he's got to be careful leaning against the ropes with his chin in the air.
Both these fighters young, hungry, and anxious to have a successful professional debut.
Really good shot to the body, that right up then, from Scott Jr.
Nice jab there from Ashton, trying to follow up now.
Nice work there by Ashton.
Just under a minute left in this opening round.
Much more of a quiet round than I expected. I will say, I expected them to go out.
Yeah, with both
loads of action, but no, nice and calculated. Showing very good experience, especially for a debutant.
Look briefly there at Scott. Well, actually, not briefly. He's transitioned to southpaw. You have two evenly matched fighters. Sometimes people are surprised to see that. You don't always see fireworks. You see a lot of just defense on the fight. Oh, good lead hook there from Ashton. Probably the best punch of the night so far. And this round comes to a close. Was that enough to win Ashton the round, to steal the round for Ashton?
I mean, I was just about saying, I'd arguably give them a share of that round, but that might have just nicked it there for Ashton right at the end.
What do you guys think at home? Who won that round? That was a close and tight one. As you were saying, it was kind of a pick-em round up until that last 10 seconds. That's some pro gamesmanship right there. Is trying to steal the round in the last 30 seconds, 10 seconds. So nicely done there by Nigel Ashton in Galveston's own as we head into round 2. So now that both fighters have got a little bit of the jitters shaken out after that first round and warmed up, you got to wonder if both fighters would come out a little bit more intense for round number 2. We shall see as this story unfolds between Ashton and Scott Jr.
Nice stabbing job to the body there from Ashton.
He continues, as you say, stalking Scott Jr. with that jab.
Ashton's got very, very good footwork. Considering this is his first fight as a pro, very, very good mover. You see that pedigree.
Wow. Solid jab there from Ashton earlier that got Scott's attention. Good head movement from Scott.
Ooh, just slipped that jab there. Ashton landed an uppercut.
Scott trying to break through that guard of Ashton. Tied up right now. Trying to break through the guard once again, Scott.
Good shot there by Ashton.
Ashton now measuring his shots.
Scott Jr. keeps dropping his left hand, so I'd like to see Ashton throw the lead right hand.
See what you mean there.
a lot easier said than done from outside.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
big right hand. You called it, Dan.
He's hurt.
Ashton found his opening. And ref relief. John Turley stops the fight. Nigel Ashton Jr. with the knockout in his professional debut. Wow.
I saw that. Kept dropping the right hand. That lead right hand. Yeah, just the ticket to stop him. Again, you know, Scott Jr., anybody can get hurt, anybody can get stopped. It's his first fight, going back in the gym, we go again.
Hell of a call from my colleague here, Dan Hewitt. I mean, you called it. You saw the lead hand of Scott, just a little too low, hanging by the chest. And apparently, Ashton saw it too as he landed one devastating overhand right that just ended this fight. And what a way to have your pro debut go, Dan, in your hometown. A lot of support with a knockout victory. Hell of a performance from Nigel Ashton.
It wasn't just a knockout that I was impressed with. Like I say, his ring generalship was very good. His footwork was very good. Defense very good. Clearly has some decent power. You know, I'll be honest with you, Scott did crumble really with that right hand, and he was no way recovering. He almost went through the ropes. So, you know, glad they're both okay. But great performance by Nigel Ashton.
At 23 years of age, you have to bet that we're going to be seeing a lot more of Nigel Ashton here on future El Tigre Promotions. Man. And we still have our championship fight coming up later, ladies and gentlemen, as Andre Lambe takes on Kendo Castanada for the ABO North American Championship. I am Todd Moore, calling the action here with Dan Hewitt from Boxing TV. So far here in Galveston, Texas, we have seen some heck of action going on here tonight. Some of the best in the state of Texas. As we await the official decision from Nigel Ashton. He is hyped up. Let's make this one official and hand it over to Jeremiah Gallegos.
And my friends, the game comes to you with the round number 2. As the referee John Turley puts a halt to this contest to the winner by TKO and with his first professional victory.
Okay. Still give him the cue just in case. Thanks, amigo. And congratulations to the young man, Nigel Ashton. Hell of a performance in his pro debut.
Not just that, a really nice lad as well. That's what I'm all about,
you know
mate. He's a really, really nice kid. So
and some people overlook that. Yeah, sometimes it's not all about what's in the ring. It's also about the individual outside of the ring as well. And so that's an important character too.
You wouldn't think it at the weigh-in, though. Look, they're going to kill each other at the weigh-in. But no, brilliant. It's a good performance.
That's all part of being a passionate competitor. And coming up next, Mauricio Quintanilla taking on Casey Foster in another light welterweight matchup. Go ahead and tell Jeremiah when he's ready.
Now, here we go, fight fans. We are set for our next feature of the evening. And it's scheduled for 4 rounds in lightweight division. We are ready to bring down hailing from the Space City, Houston, Texas, Casey Little Papa Foster.
I think the biggest, already looking at the stats, is the size difference. So Quintanilla, he's 5'9", whereas Casey Foster's 5'5". So it's quite a big difference for a super lightweight to have that much. So I think we might see an explosive performance by Quintanilla here, but looking forward to it.
And here we have Casey Foster making his way to the ring. 5'5", 32 years of age, looking for his first boxing victory here tonight. Representing the streets out of Houston, Texas. Casey Foster, ready for action.
I like his t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Chucky. It's cool.
Man, he's ready for the Comic Palooza that's going to be here in Houston next week. See all that cosplay and all that crazy stuff. But tonight, we got some business to handle here at El Tigre Promotions. Casey Foster, ready for action.
And his opponent ready to enter the ring undefeated from H-Town, Houston, Texas.
Houston's own Mauricio Quintanilla, 5'9", 26 years of age, 2-0 in his young career with 1 knockout to his credit. As he looks on to take the task of Casey Foster in front of him, see if he can make it 3 straight. On paper, looks to be that way, but anything can happen in the sport of boxing. You're always just 1 punch away from victory or defeat. There we have our tail of the tape. And as you were saying earlier, Dan, like some of the big discrepancies, the height, 4-inch height advantage for Quintanilla, also youth on the side of Quintanilla,
yeah.
6 years the junior to Foster's 32 years of age. Mauricio Quintanilla, ready for action.
Whenever Jeremiah is ready.
And our fight fans, we continue the action here for the Galveston Convention Center as the Tigre Promotions presents our next fight of the evening and is set for 4 rounds of the lightweight division, sponsored by J-Bar and Barbecue and Red Apple Boxing. Our 3 judges at ringside are Ray Zaragoza, Anthony Austin, Ricky Stoller, and everybody charged of the action at the sound of the bell, James Green. Introducing to you first, ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the blue corner, standing with Rodney Cox and Fury fighting Cutman Mitchell Allen, wearing red with body officially rated 137 pounds. This evening, he steps into the ring for the 3rd time as a professional, hailing from Houston, Texas. There is Casey Little Papa Foster. And his opponent tonight, fighting out of the red corner, standing with Jeff Turley, wearing red with white, officially rated 141.4 pounds. In 2 professional bouts, he is perfect. 2 victories and 1 win by way of knockout. Here is the former 3-time Golden Gloves champion from the Space City, Houston, Texas, the undefeated Mauricio Quintanilla.
Well, he's certainly well liked. Come out in droves for him.
Does Casey Foster have it in him to be the spoiler tonight for the undefeated Quintanilla? Or is he just going to be another step on the way up for Quintanilla, on the way to the top? We shall see as this fight is officially underway. Southpaw versus conventional matchup. Man, you were right, Dan. That size difference is evident. Oh, wow. Man, Foster looking a little spastic out there.
don't like how Foster's using his footwork and putting his feet together.
Yeah. I agree with you, Dan. This is, on paper, this is just another advancement for Quintanilla to get some more work underneath his belt.
I think it's good. At the end of the day, he's only 2-0 as a professional. He can't be jumping in with world champions in his third fight. So.
No, I agree with you. I mean, you have to go through that process. You got to learn like what it takes as a pro. He's got heavy amateur background, multiple Golden Gloves titles. Right now, he's looking to make his way to 3-0. Let's see if he can earn his second knockout here tonight.
Foster keeps getting it and he keeps looking at the canvas. He's not even. He's going to get caught. I can't see this lasting long.
No, I agree with you, Dan. Man, when you talk about that footwork, I mean, Foster just all over the place. Quintanilla just measuring his shots, taking his time. Just easing into his pro career. Just making sure he doesn't make mistakes or does draw in anything crazy against somebody Foster. Because at this point, Foster, his only thing he has is the puncher's chance if he has a punch. Right now, he's already wobbled up from the skill of Quintanilla.
Yeah, he keeps turning away, and if you do that and you don't see it coming, you go sleep. Simple as that.
Quintanilla measuring.
Lovely body shot. That's hurt him.
Yeah. You can see the expression from Foster that he did not like that shot to the side right there.
He's still hurt from that body shot.
See if Quintanilla can capitalize. Has just under a minute left. And already, referee James Green has seen enough. Stops the fight. Second knockout victory. 3-0 overall for Mauricio Quintanilla.
He did stop it, didn't he?
Yeah, that was a little... I didn't quite see the referee wave it off, but that pretty... Oh, wait. Was that the end of the round, or...
I mean,
yeah, it's the end of the fight. Nonetheless, yeah, that's the end of the fight. James Green had called it off. He had seen enough. And good call, too. I mean, Foster was looking very uncomfortable out there.
The referee did him a favor. The referee definitely did him a favor. Otherwise, he could have got hurt there. Nobody likes to see that.
And we're going to be seeing a lot more of Mauricio Quintanilla on the boxing scene, especially here at El Tigre Promotions. So remember that name, ladies and gentlemen. The 3-0 with 2 knockouts. Quintanilla on his way up in the boxing world. I am Todd Moore, calling the action here with Boxing TV's Dan Hewitt. We are live at El Tigre Promotions on Galveston, Texas. From ClearLifeMedia.com. Be sure to share with your friends and family. We are streaming live on the Clear Life Media YouTube and Facebook channel. So, nothing better than some fights on a Saturday night. Let's make this one official as we are about to hand it over.
Like I say, it's just another step. I thought, let's be honest, there was only one winner from the start of the first belt, but he's clearly got some decent ability, Quintanilla.
Yeah, I'm all for, the fighters working their way up and building that record. It's something that mixed martial arts fighters definitely could learn a thing or two of, other than always jumping into the deep end.
Yeah.
It is a process, and there is levels to this. And so he's doing right what he needs to be doing in his young career. Let's make this one official and hand it over to Jeremiah Gallegos.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here from the Galveston Convention Center, the anthem comes to you in 207. And round number 1, declaring the winner by TKO, he is still undefeated from H-Town, Houston, Texas, Mauricio
Mauricio Quintanilla, ladies and gentlemen. Are we still taking that intermission? To the victor goes the spoils. El Tigre's own Mauricio Quintanilla.
Just go to some of the comments.
Intermission? I thought it
We've got Leslie Webb
3 and 5
over in England. Nice to see you. So can't do much better than that on you at your debut. And that was one for Nigel, which was brilliant, to be fair. I'm also going to be choosing the fighter of the night that we're going to get, let's just say, some extras as a way of thanking and bringing on a good performance. And I really think that, for me so far, I thought Nigel was really, really good. But again, good performance by Quintanilla.
So I think he's on some confirmation as well.
And this time we'll do a quick 10-minute intermission. A quick 10-minute intermission right now.
So everybody out there watching, make sure you stay tuned. And we'll be back in just around about 10 minutes time. Thanks for watching, and make sure you share. Speak to you soon.
Once again, officials ringside, officials to ringside.
Those of you watching at home on clearlifemedia.com, we are about to kick things back off. They've just called for all of the officials to come back to ringside as we continue on with the show, as we have Ram Gandara taking on Christian Terrasas in our fourth fight.
And now, fighters, we are set and ready for action. This is our 6th round featherweight feature. We introduce you first, ready to make his ring walk. It's the fighting pride of Taiwan. Here is Christian T.N.T.
Well, Dan, we are back, kicking things off after the intermission with our featherweight division. And we have one of the youngest fighters on the card making his way to the ring as 21-year-old Christian Terrasas from Terrasas Boxing Gym out of DeBold, Texas, prepares for battle as he makes his way to the ring.
This could be a potential fight of the night, this could. So they've both got decent records. They're both fit as a fiddle. And Ram Gandara, his opponent, looks a really, really good fighter too. So I think this one might potentially be the fight of the night. Going to everybody on YouTube, got big love for Christian. He's just coming to the ring and saying, "Let's go, Christian." I got one from Daniel Smith saying, "I'm a legend." Nice one, mate. Hope everything's okay back in England. We've got Scarlita saying, "Quintanilla."
Christian Terrasas ready for action.
So keep all your comments coming in. It's great to see.
And now here's your opponent, ready to enter the ring at this time. Representing Galveston County, the undefeated
Ram Gandara, he could be a potential fighter of the night. Only before he's 8-0 with one draw. The draw he did have when I spoke to him the other day was only because he got caught with a headbutt and he couldn't see. And we had a good conversation about how hard it is and having like a red. I'm sure you've been there. It looks like a red curtain in front of your face. And it just put him off basically. So he just ended up with the draw. But other than that, he's unbeaten with 3 knockouts to his name. And he said within the next 3 years, all he wants is just wants to be recognised. So good luck to the kid. Seems like a good kid. And as far as Christian Terrasas in the all white and yellow trim, it says he's an aggressive fighter, technical aggressive fighter. Sounds like a good fight. I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, it has all the makings for a barn burner, Dan. As Ram Gandara, 5'8", 23 years of age, as you said, 8-0 in his young career. Still has a long way to go, but it's still a veteran of the sport. 13 years of training under his belt, representing Gator Boxing out of Texas City. As he steps through the ropes, there you see him, Ram Gandara, ready for action.
We're looking at 6 rounds in the featherweight division, and this could well be fight of the night.
And now, here we go, fight fans. We continue the action. This contest is scheduled for 6 rounds of the featherweight division. And it's sponsored by Progressive Virgination, Pistolas y Música, Loaded Pistols Fighting and King Fine Jewelry. They're all here tonight and supporting in Tigre Promotions. A great judges and ringside along for this contest, for Saturn Anthony Moss and Ryan Zaragoza. And a referee in charge of the action and the sound of the bell, Joe Rodriguez. Waiting to receive first tonight. Fighting on the blue corner, standing with Ismael Terrasas. Also with Fury Fighting Cutman and Chilliwater, wearing white and gold. In this weighted 125.4 pounds. And by professional contest, his record consists of 3 victories, with 3 wins by way of knockout and only 2 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Fighting Pride of Tigre, Texas, and across the ring, his opponent tonight, fighting out of the red corner, standing for 8-2, wearing black with gold trophy, officially weighing 125 pounds. In non-professional contests, he is flawless, 8 victories, 3 wins by way of knockout, no defeats with 1 draw. Hailing from and representing Galveston County,
You got love coming from all around the world, from England to Mexico to Bermuda. Tell us where you're from. It'd be great to know where you guys are in the world. Just put it in the comments.
Don't blink, ladies and gentlemen. This division is known for its speed and intensity. Rambo, Gandara. The pride of Dibble, Texas, Christian Terrasas. And this fight is officially underway. The undefeated Gandara, 8 victories underneath his belt. But Terrasas, Rambo needs to be careful because Terrasas, all of his victories have been by way of knockout. So this guy's a puncher. He can put you on your seat if you're not paying attention.
Absolutely. Lovely right hook to the body there by Terrasas.
That was a sneaky one. And then a nice left hook from Rambo himself to answer back. Oh, right there.
Just slipped that jab, didn't he?
Yeah, that jab got the attention of Terrasas.
Again, a good body shot by Terrasas.
Featherweight division known for just high punch volume, a lot of speed. Right now, these guys. Big straight right hand there from Rambo. Both fighters standing at 5'8", very even in the height and reach range. Body work there from Terrasas.
Yeah, banking that, isn't he? Chopping that tree down.
I bring up the height because he's seen Rambo. Yeah,
that was nearly a bad one there.
Yeah.
Just missed with that left hook there. Caught him with it that time.
Now they're in the middle of the ring, just throwing it down. Both guys are holding their ground, refusing to back up. That's the type of fight I love, Dan.
He's strong. I tell you, Gandara is a very, very strong fighter. Very compact. I like how he's slipping the jab slipping the jab into Terrasas and coming back with a screw shot.
Oh my gosh.
That was the left hook we saw earlier that missed. But what a brilliant shot there.
Yeah, what a beard on Terrasas. He shook that one off, but man, he definitely got his attention.
There's only so many of them you can take.
Yeah. And that snapped the head. Once again, another solid left hook from Rambo. Thing I love so far, I love seeing the composure of Gandara.
Nothing fazing him at all, is he?
He's just steadily moving forward. He's 8-0 for a reason, right there. Terrasas is showing the veteran that he is. Forcing Rambo to back up a little bit. Oh, bro. 1-2-1 there from Terrasas. Nice mix up there from Rambo.
as you mentioned a little bit earlier with Terrasas, I don't like saying or even mentioning the word kill. But it's just the same. Kill or be killed fighter. That's why he's had a couple of losses, but the ones that he has won, he's knocked them all out. So that's really exciting fighter.
Definitely one that this Galveston crowd can appreciate as round one comes to a close. Pretty easy round to score, in my opinion. I have that one with Rambo, clearly ahead and landed the better shots. Terrasas still in this fight, though. Both fighters are coming in anxious for a victory here tonight.
Again, I think hit the nail on the head with the composure of Rambo. I thought it was really impressive.
Yeah, very seasoned for that young 23-year-old fighter out of Texas City.
It's like a smaller Tim Tszyu with his mustache. He's the spitting image of him. Got love from Stoke-on-Trent. That's England. Again, Bermuda. Thanks for tuning in. Keep your comments coming in.
Cisco, Texas 99, supporting Christian out of Pittsburgh. So, as you're saying, people watching all over the world here tonight in Galveston, Texas. And man, round two, the feeling out process is over, ladies and gentlemen. They are throwing down here at Tigre Promotions.
Good left hand, scored there by Terrasas.
6 rounds. So we got 5 rounds ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen.
Lovely jab there by Gandara.
Terrasas moving forward. Rambo unfazed.
I mean, it's just my opinion, but in my opinion, if I was in Terrasas' corner, I'd be saying boxing. Get on the back foot a bit, because he's walking into traps, and that's not what I want to see, especially with these big left hooks coming in by Gandara.
Yeah, and even though they're listed at the same height, Terrasas looks to be the longer of the two fighters. Could use that to his advantage. Got to be careful there, as Rambo got his attention there with a couple of hooks.
I'd like to see Terrasas again using his movement, using the jab, not really getting involved, because I think Gandara is the stronger of the two.
Rambo has Terrasas backed into the ropes. Terrasas does a good job in turning his way out. Oh, man, they are just answering back and forth.
Whip that round the guard as well, hit him beside of the ear. Good shot.
Tit for tat in this featherweight matchup.
Oh, it's caught in the way. Big shot there by Terrasas.
I saw that uppercut. It's what he needs more of if he plans on taking this fight. 100% knockout ratio. Only 3 fights, though, but still, that kid's got some power in his pop. It's going to be an interesting test for the undefeated Rambo Gandara.
He's just trying to time that left hook.
Oh, man. Rambo just bulling through those combinations. He's just trying to bull through the guard of Terrasas, is what I was trying to say.
2 very tough men, no doubt about it. Trading with right hands, only just missed shots there. Still.
Yeah, they're just within a hair of just obliterating each other.
Nice boxing.
Just under 10 seconds left. Let's see if any one of these fighters can leave a lasting impression in the last 10 seconds.
Quite a close round, this one. How'd you see that last round? That was close to me. I couldn't split.
That was a tougher round to score. I'll give you that. If I was forced to choose, man, I'm glad I'm not a judge for that one.
Yeah,
that was a close
share. Give him a share. 10 cents.
Man, both fighters had their moments. I'm going to give that one to Terrasas. Unofficially, I have it 1-1 on my scorecard. Terrasas landed that solid uppercut. Both fighters had their moments, though. Rambo just steadily pressing forward, bulling forward, trying to plow through the guard of Terrasas. But Terrasas has proven to be very slippery in this fight, not letting himself get cornered or pushed around by the young undefeated Rambo.
Got some comments coming in here. We've got one from Bentley over in England. We've got Daniel Smith says, Dorney says, yes, Dan. Hi, Dorney, hope you're well. And then we've got Lord Dan. Thanks for your comments. We've got Christian from Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
sorry, a fan of Christian from Pittsburgh.
Want to hear what you guys think. Who won that second round, the closest round so far? Only 2 rounds in. We're still young in this fight.
Great jab. Nice educated pressure, to be fair, from Rambo. Walks onto a right hand.
Yeah, he's got to be careful.
Terrasas.
Both these fighters are young, working their way up. Gandara. Terrasas with a rougher start of the two in their young careers.
Heads come together there in the middle. Luckily, they got away with it.
Man, Terrasas swinging away. Good straight right hand there from Gandara.
Yeah, Terrasas walked straight onto it.
Gandara now putting it together in the middle of the ring.
That's what I was just about to say. But when Gandara goes inside and he throws 2 or 3, he's by far the better fighter, in my opinion. But it's if he's going to continue to do it. I think single shots will keep Terrasas in the fight. Nice left hook off the jab there by Gandara.
Gandara working his way in, trying to back Terrasas up. Terrasas holding his ground, though.
That's where Terrasas needs to be. Right there, snapping his jab out, not letting him just walk inside. And spin off, use angles.
Yeah, put that reach and height advantage, put it to use. Right there, he just ate one, though. Man, Gandara coming alive there. Referee about to give a warning for, oh no.
He's lost his gum shield.
About for a second there. For that shot to the body while his head was down.
Good body shots there by Gandara.
Man, 15 seconds left in this third round, man. This has been just a gritty, tough round where both fighters have just been trading shots. Another close one to call, Dan.
I think I would be giving it to Gandara in this round. I think when they come close, there's only one winner. Because I just think he's the taller, Terrasas is the taller man. I just think he should be boxing him, he shouldn't be getting involved. Using angles, spinning off, using his jab, fast hands, move. Because if he just let Gandara walk forward, he'll win this fight comfortably.
Terrasas had his moments in this round, but I give that round clearly to Gandara. Gandara just staying composed, steadily chopping away at the little bit more crazier Terrasa, a little bit more wilder of the shots. I see what you mean when you call for, if you were Terrasa's coach, to call for a little bit more crisper boxing.
Yeah.
That he's had some good success with some more cleaner shots when he decides to kind of go wild there for a little bit,
Absolutely. When it comes to mid to close distance, to be honest, Gandara's winning every exchange. So, yeah, he should be on the outside, Terrasas, using his jab, again, spinning off, using different angles, and let him chase him.
Man, both guys are just swinging away at the body to start round 4. Man, they're turning this into like a phone booth fight.
Exactly what Gandara wants.
Man, they're just digging away at the body. I love it. Probably peeing blood tomorrow.
It's a brutal sport, all right, but beautiful.
I was really liking that opening exchange there where both fighters just trying to dig away the body. I still think Terrasas is still going for it. He slightly missed a hell of an uppercut there.
It was a straight right hand. He caught him with there, Terrasas. Exchanging jabs in the center of the ring. Yeah, Terrasas just needs to use his jab. He can't let Gandara set.
And
just keep him thinking.
Gandara is like the Terminator, just will not stop moving forward, Dan.
Absolutely. Like I say, he likes that close to mid-distance.
Rambo, you hear the crowd cheering for their fighter. Once again, just steadily pressing, a lot of pressure to the body from Rambo. Right now they're just thrown down in the middle of the ring.
He's walking him down now. Gandara's walking Terrasas down.
Yeah, at this point you have to wonder, did Gandara feel just the utmost confidence, feels he's taken the best that Terrasas has to offer, and just feels confident just to press forward, knowing he can take everything Terrasas has. This is a clear Gandara round.
Good right hand there by Terrasas from the back foot.
Just under a minute left in round 4. And just consistently with that double jab. And
he's having everything his own way, isn't he, Gandara?
He's had a variety of finishes from that double jab. Big hook to the body, a big hook upstairs. Terrasas there, lands a big overhand right himself. Terrasas going for it.
Two tough days, man.
Man, what heart Terrasas has there, Dan. I mean, he just has been punished in round 4, and he just will not stop.
You know, he was lucky there. Gandara was lucky there. I thought he was hurt there at the end of the round. Lucky for him. It was the end of the round. Yeah. Bravery. Absolutely from Christian
Interesting
Terrasas.
story unfolding between these two young fighters. Can the young Rambo Gandara remain undefeated against what's proven to be a double tough Christian Terrasas? Terrasas with a 100% knockout rate for victories, giving Gandara probably a bit more trouble than anticipated. There we see the corner of the Rambo. A lot of support for him here tonight.
Well, they said that Terrasas was an aggressive technical fighter. I think they hit the nail on the head with that. Both throwing absolute bombs.
Okay, round 5 coming up in what has been a war so far. Again, I am Todd Moore calling the action with Boxing TV's Dan Hewitt. We're live in Galveston, Texas, El Tigre Promotions. And these two featherweights, Gandara and Terrasas, just throwing down here in the middle of the ring.
Really good comment come in from TY4.
Wow.
Said, okay, not hating, cool, that's cool. Just wondering about his past opponents. I think you could say that for either of them, because they're both good kids. I'd be questioning Terrasas. He must have been matched really, really, really hard, because he's a good kid.
Yeah, he's a good fighter, man.
3-2. He's a good kid.
And he's, you only have 5 fights to judge. I mean, if you're matched up with a banger in your first couple fights, or a ringer, I mean, it could be, you could have a kind of an upside down record like that.
Yeah.
He still has a long way to go in his career. 21 years of age, one of our youngest fighters here tonight.
Two really good kids.
Good exchange there from both fighters. And just tit for tat.
Oh, lovely right uppercut on the inside by Terrasas.
My goodness. And these guys have an all-heart.
I told you, I knew this could be a potential fight of the night, and so far it is for me.
It has delivered thus far. Man, both fighters have been going full steam and straight ahead the whole fight. Not backing down an inch.
Back and forth. Brilliant action.
I've been loving the discipline of Rambo. Big right hand there. But Terrasas just continues just to walk right through it. And Terrasas loading up that big left hook to the body.
Good right up to the body from Terrasas.
Nice exchanges.
Lovely ramrod jab there by Gandara. I feel Terrasas is feeling the pace here. I suppose it's inevitable when someone's walking you down like that.
Yeah, that can definitely wear on you no matter what condition you're in. And I've just been admiring the discipline of Rambo, just continuously with that double jab just all night long. And Terrasas been all heart. Just the makings of a good matchup. Round 5 comes to a close.
Getting a lot of love coming in for Andre Lambert.
I've been
from Bermuda.
Been loosely scoring, and I feel Gandara is clearly ahead going into the 6th round. I think at best Terrasas has maybe 1 round under his belt. So you have to wonder, what is his coach is instructing him to do? That telling him to go for the knockout, to go for broke. This could be an interesting finish, Dan.
Yeah. Again, it's for me the wrong advice to say, listen, you're going to have to knock him out, because he's just going to walk straight into Gandara's hands. Because Gandara wants that bone box fight. So I'd still be saying box, nick the rounds. I think that's. I don't like saying it because it's a competitive fight, but that's the only way I personally see, based on the rounds that have gone so far. It's the only way I can see Terrasas winning it.
We shall see. Once again, mouthpiece comes out. I think this one's Gandara's. Referee's going to wait for a break of the action to find the right time to call a timeout. Referee calls a timeout for the mouthpiece. It's actually Terrasas. You're feeling, Dan, that the boxing of Terrasas is when it's going to score him the openings to get the knockout that he needs.
Well, I was about to say yeah, and then he landed an absolute solid right hand, Terrasas.
Terrasas has been in this fight.
Lovely work by Terrasas.
It's just the forward pressure of Rambo is probably what's winning him the majority of these rounds. Heck of a finish, though, so far for Terrasas. Round 6 has been so... He's been coming alive in this 6th round.
Yeah, he's got his 2nd win, doesn't he? Terrasas. Big left hook coming in by Terrasas too. He's having a good round. Oh, big uppercut inside. Just slipped the jab through that right uppercut by Terrasas. Lovely work there by Terrasas. Best round of the fight for Terrasas, this.
Now they're going for it, Dan. 1 minute to go. Oh, wow.
Nice work.
Rambo backing Terrasas up, but Terrasas will not be denied. Pivots his way back to the center of the ring.
Time that left up from earlier in the fight, Gandara.
If they're going to go for it, now's the time to go for it, Dan.
Choke. What action.
Man, what a fight here at El Tigre Promotions. Ram Gandara, Christian Terrasas throwing down here in the middle of the ring in the 6th and final round. 30 seconds to go.
Good left up there by Terrasas. Oh,
wow. That's what Terrasas needs. Is it too little, too late? Short time left.
He's winning the round. He's winning the round here, Terrasas. I'd just like to see him get back a bit now. Just use your jab move. You're winning the round.
Probably the best punch of the night for Terrasas, that big left hand. If he wins this round, will it be enough to win the fight?
Big right hand by Terrasas. What was a very, very good round by Terrasas.
And Ram Gandara, Christian Terrasas go the distance here tonight at El Tigre Promotions. One hell of a fight, Dan. As you were saying,
brilliant.
Possibly the fight of the night. They put it all on the line, ladies and gentlemen.
I just think Terrasas, it's hard to say, because he didn't leave it too little too late. He worked hard in the fight. It's just, I feel like he did leave it a little bit too late though. So, but great fight. I just think I can just see Gandara nicking it.
It's going to be interesting to see the final score. What rounds did the judges give to Terrasas? I personally, unofficially have it for the Ram Gandara as just that constant pressure and discipline to show you why he's 8-0. But man, just the heart of Christian Terrasas made for such a great combination of a great fight that we just saw. Yeah. Leave in the comments below, who do you think won the fight? Rambo Gandara or Christian Terrasas? Things are really heating up here in Galveston, Texas.
Gandara just nicked them earlier rounds to be banked them points for. So I see Gandara winning by a couple of rounds. But what a fight!
Yeah, one heck of a fight. As we tallied the scores, it's going to be interesting to see. We still have our championship fight as Andre Lam taking on Kendo Castanada in our championship fight. Coming up after this, we have Ernest Butos taking on Robert Munn. But let's hand it over to Jeremiah and make this official.
Here tonight we have just witnessed one of the most exciting bouts ever in two fighters going went forward and put on a hell of a show. So again, a big round of applause for both of these warriors. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards. Here are the totals. Judge Anthony Moss scores this contest 58-56, Christian Terrasas.
Oh, wow.
Mouse got decision here.
Judge Gonzalez scores this contest 58-56, Ram Gandara.
Man, the opposite. It's going to be interesting.
Might be a draw.
Has the contest 57-57.
Wow.
It's a draw. I mean, listen, you can't argue that. It was a great fight. I just did see, in my opinion, Gandara nicking it for his earlier work. But one of the best fights. You should run it back. I'd love to see that fight again. Brilliant fight.
One hell of a performance from both fighters. Awesome display of heart from both fighters. Christian Terrasas and Ram Gandara fight to a draw in one heck of a fight. Possibly the fight of the night. In their young careers, man, Terrasas 21, Gandara 23. You're going to be seeing a lot more of these two fighters in the world of boxing, and especially here at El Tigre Promotions. So remember those names as we transition to our next fight, as Ernest Butos taking on Robert Munn.
This should be a good one. Butos is a really good fighter. 4-0 as a professional, with 2 knockouts to his name, so clearly punch a bit. But yeah, looking forward to it. He had a decent amateur career, but did have a long layoff in regards to going pro, which he's 36 years of age. So we'll see if that comes into play. Amazing fight.
And we are live on the YouTube channel of Clear Live Media. We introduce you first, ladies and gentlemen, by King Texas. Here is Robert Quintanilla.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we move it along into our super featherweight division as we have Robert Munn making his way to the ring. 5'6", 38 years of age, currently at 2-0. Has been boxing for the last 15 years, representing Katy Boxing Club. Robert Munn, ready for action.
Now, I know I said it a little bit earlier on with somebody else, but Robert Munn is just entered the ring. He is a really nice lad. So when his fight first, he gives all of his money to his family, and his daughter, when she had a baby,
nice,
at the gender reveal, he bought her a BMW. So yeah, he seems like a great thing. But Butos, I think Robert Munn's got a lot to deal with Ernest Butos. Again, 4-0 with 2 knockouts. And I've commentated with one of his fights before. I was really impressed with him then, so Robert Munn might have his hands full.
And here we have, making his way to the ring, Fighter Nation's own Ernest Butos. 5'6", 36 years of age, currently at 4-0 in his career. 2 knockouts to his credit, has been training for the last 15 years. Weighed in officially at 130.2 pounds from Alvin, Texas. Looking to make it 5-0 here tonight against the double tough Robert Munn. And like we were saying earlier there, Dan, sometimes people often overlook, it's the character of these fighters too. You get this business is all about ego, and it's nice every once in a while just to see that there's some stand-up guys out there with some good character still involved in this business.
Yeah, it's like for the people, it's like a popular like a misconception, because people think just because you go in there, or you've been a fighter yourself, but people from the outside who don't know boxing, you just think they're this brutal warrior that just wants to go out and fight people, and that's just anything but that. And I was lucky enough to have my TV show, Boxing TV, where I did 45 TV episodes, and I only ever had one guest out of maybe 160 who was a bit of an idiot, if I'm being honest. I won't say who that was, but that'll be for another day. But everyone else, very respectful people who've got absolutely nothing to prove as a fighter. And you'll find fighters, they've got nothing to prove. They don't have to go out there and shout their mouth off because they don't need to. So no, you're absolutely right. It's great to see good people, and it's so far it's good to see everybody's come out safe so far.
And ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Galveston Convention Center on the YouTube channel of Clear Live Media. We go to the next international league, and it's presented by Tigre Promotions, where fights happen. This contest promoted for 4 rounds in the super featherweight division. Answered by Tigre Development LLC. The 3 judges at ringside are ceremonies, ladies and gentlemen. Find out the blue color standing with Cox wearing white and he officially weighed 129 pounds. This evening, inches away ready to battle for their time as a professional. Find out King Texas. Here is Robert Quintanilla. And his opponent across the ring tonight, fighting out of the red corner, standing with Fighter Nation, legendary trainer and boxer, Turley. Wearing tonight, green, black, trimmed with white, officially weighted 130.2 pounds. He enters his contest perfect 4 pounds, 4 victories for 2 weeks by way of knockout. And tonight, he would like to deliver a very special message to his mother, his father, his kids, and everyone here to support him tonight. Introducing the fighting pride of Galveston, Texas.
We've seen some 50-50 fights today, which has been really, really good to see. On paper, though, Butos with 4 wins, unbeaten, 2 knockouts and then 4 wins. And where Robert Munn, he's had 2 fights and he's got stopped in both fights. So on paper, Butos should go out there and win comfortably, but it doesn't always work like that.
Both of these fighters in their mid to late 30s, 2 of the senior fighters on this card here tonight. Ernest Butos, Robert Munn. And this fight is officially underway. Butos staggers Munn right off. Yeah.
Cracking double jab at the start of the fight.
It looked like they had a slight collision of heads there briefly. Butos crouching down, looking for his opening. This fight is being contended at the 130-pound weight division.
Butos looking to time that left hook after the exchange. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
Munn there with a straight cross to the body. Feeling out process for these 2 fighters.
Munn has got to be very careful keeping his chin in the air like that.
Yeah, a very unorthodox style there from Munn.
Very, very upright.
Yeah, leaning forward. And
I don't want to call it again, but Butos needs to look for that right hand.
Over halfway into this opening round.
Well, one man seeing from Butos, I know it's early, but that jab to the body, followed by a right hand over the top. That would be really effective, because if you look at Munn, his guard's really, really wide. So you can either come up with an uppercut, but I'd like to see that right hand over the top from Butos.
The lead jab from Munn to the body. Good counter hook there from Munn as Butos just tries to press forward.
Don't overload.
Oh, that's hurt him. He stumbles back.
Best shot that's landed so far for Butos. "30 seconds left in this opening round. Munn there tying up the hand there of Butos, locking him up, stalemating him there for a second. Just under 10 seconds left. Let's see who can possibly steal this round. Good left there from Butos in the last 10 seconds. Round 1 comes to a close. Tough one to call there, Dan.
Yeah, I thought Yeah, exactly. Which is dangerous. So you're going to be seeing loads of body shots. Straight left to the left to the body. It's just going to mark the time. Susceptible to an uppercut too.
So a lot of feeling out in that first round. Interesting to see how these two fighters respond for round number 2 now that they got the feeling out process finished. See if they open up a little bit more. They saw what both fighters had to offer.
Butos is up and ready. Straight away, he's eager to go.
Round 2 underway.
Good jab there by Robert Munn.
Man, Butos is trying to stalk Munn with those triple jabs.
Nice jab again by Munn.
Oh, wow. Big left there from Butos.
I think I'd like to see Butos pick his feet up a little bit and close the distance, because I feel that, especially with Munn's chin higher than what I'd like it to be, that's where he's going to get his success, because, to be fair, at times, Munn's outboxing him.
Yeah, both fighters having their moments in this fight. Two lefts there from
Big
Butos.
Left that hurt him, that left up.
One has to be careful. Butos walked into a left straight there from Munn. Munn now crowding the work. And they both get a good punch off the break. Our championship fight is coming up next, ladies and gentlemen. Andre Lam and Kendo Castanada.
Looking at Butos, unless my eyes deceive me, looks like he took some big right from Lund. Looks like he's got some damage on his left eye, just underneath his left eye. That's probably sustained from the jabs, that these long jabs that Munn's throwing.
Van Munn ducking that lead hook. Gets tied up. Referee calls for a break. Don't forget to spread the word to your friends and family. ClearLifeMedia.com, where you will see this action. Spread the wealth. We have championship match coming up later, plus our special catchweight match, as we have Manny Deanda taking on Roberto Gonzalez, in what should be a fun one. Right now, we are watching the 130-pound matchup between Ernesto Butos and Robert Munn. It's been a very strategic matchup thus far. Good left off of the break there from Butos. Short time left. Really close fight. Butos coming on strong in the last 10 seconds. Seeing if he could steal the round.
That's where Butos needs to be. That eye seems to be worsening as well.
Over here looking at the statistics of Munn, but we both would agree that Munn is one heck of a technical fighter here with his performance so far against Butos.
Yeah, he is, but I think Butos is fighting Munn's fight. I think he could make this fight so much easier. In fact, he could land some really heavy shots if he quicks his feet up, because he's just staying on the outside and his eye is getting worse. So he needs to take it to him and put it on him, because he might have given that round to Munn. And we're talking, 4-round fight here. So he needs to pick up. I think he's making it harder than he needs to be. Butos.
It's possibly that unorthodox style of Munn, because though Munn has an unorthodox fight stance, he's been moving pretty well, especially evading some of these shots.
Yeah, but that eye's getting worse.
Shots. We shall see how this fight unfolds as round 3 is underway.
Oh, good right hand there.
Good transition and good counter there. And comeback from Munn. As Butos landing some good shots. Still not wanting to tie up. Punching off the break there. Butos looking for that double jab.
He's got a good jab, man.
And he follows up with it, so found some success early on in the round with that. See if he can go back to it, score again. Munn with the hands down. The good head movement has been evading some shots despite the unorthodox hand placement all fight long.
Munn might even pull off the upside.
Yeah, he's giving Butos all he can handle. And right there, Butos misses the shot, gets caught off balance. Munn trying to capitalize. Butos there backing the Munn up with that lead jab. Once again, lands another solid left.
Nice head movement there by Munn.
Oh, wow.
Solid jab.
Munn just showed some good evasion skills, but lands.
That is where Butos needs to be. He sets his feet and he gets out boxed on the outside. He needs to put it on him.
Did Butos find his timing?
Good left
Is he going to take over this fight? The tide swinging, we shall see. Because Munn is still very much into this fight. Good straight right hand there from Munn.
I think he's deceivingly strong, especially on the outside.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying watching his style. Not your traditional boxer out there. He's been doing all sorts of just very athletic individual and is putting that to his advantage. Butos now trying to pivot and find an angle.
It's what he should be doing. He should be pushing him off. He should be making, I'm not saying it, but he should be making it dirty. And he should be literally putting all the pressure on him. Not just staying on the outside, because Munn could be winning this fight.
Round 3 comes to a close, and like you're saying, I can feel your frustration over Butos saying him making this match a little bit more difficult than probably it should be. But sometimes you got to grind out some of those unorthodox wins against guys that are tough like Munn, who can just give you fits more so than what on paper says they should, you know?
Absolutely. I think Butos is frustrated because from the outside, Munn looks like he could well be hit. Not easy, of course not, but he could be quite clearly be hit, if that makes sense. I don't want to disrespect him in any way, but because he's so unorthodox, at times I don't think he knows what he's doing. Never mind. So how can you read that?
Well, that's the thing I like about Munn is Munn has that very deceptive skill where he's not showing that traditional look, but he's getting away a lot with his athletic ability and his reflex skills. But how long can that take him at this level? Oh, nice.
Big shot by
Veteran move there from Munn. Protect yourself at all times, as the old saying goes. See how Butos responds to that.
That's it. Don't let him. Don't be backing off. Don't let him move. Keep him in that corner. Butos has to put it on him.
He's doubling up on that pressure like you requested, Dan. But Munn coming back, backing Butos up now, and that eye is swelling shut on the left side of Munn. Of Butos. Let's see if Munn can take advantage of it. Interesting story unfolding here. Butos there, like using that jab like a laser, trying to sharpshoot against Munn. And man, of the two, man, Munn still looks fresh and clean on his face.
He's hardly sweating.
This has been a tough fight for me to score, even casually. I think you have Butos slightly ahead. It's going to be interesting to see how this finishes in this fourth round. Butos now finding success.
Butos has got to put it on him. Got to put it on him. He wants to get something out of this fight. Keep your comments coming in on our social media channels. It'd be great to hear from you.
Munn keeping his hands low. Almost like a Prince Nassim Hamed style. But from an orthodox stance. Just saw Munn just spit out a bunch of blood.
Sometimes you just get individuals who can just punch, especially when they're long. So if you look at someone like Deontay Wilder or Tommy Hearns, someone like that, they can just generate so much power for that length of shot. And he's one of them. Like I say, he's one of them. He's clearly a lot stronger than his record suggests.
30 seconds left, and Butos and Munn are just giving everything they got here tonight in Galveston, Texas. Butos lands that left that backs Munn up. I've been finding the unorthodox style of Munn entertaining. Love to see him fight again.
You don't know what he's going to do next.
Short time left. Let's see what they do. Narrowly missed. And Ernest Butos and Robert Munn go the distance here tonight.
I thought Munn did really well. I thought he boxed really well. I really wasn't expecting that, to be fair, for what his record suggests. But he might have just handed Butos his first loss there.
We shall see. Yeah, those rounds, some of them are close call. It could have gone either way. It's going to be interesting to see what the final tally is. I know we got some people that have been watching live anxious to see the championship fight between Lamb and Castanada. That fight is coming up next. But before that, we have a 10-minute intermission, ladies and gentlemen. So just a heads up. Plenty of time to grab a drink, spread the word to your friends and family where they can catch the action. ClearLifeMedia.com, both on YouTube and Facebook. And then we're going to be topped off with a catchweight matchup. After our championship fight, we got Manny Deanda taking on Roberto Gonzalez. And that will top the night here in Galveston, Texas, as they tally the scores.
So, of course, the audience got, well, basically there's a bonus in the purse for the best fighter of the night. So, of all you've seen so far, who would you be picking?
Man, that's a tough fight. I really enjoyed that fight between Rambo and Terrasas. I think a toss-up between those two. I mean, and appropriately, there was a draw, so you can really kind of pick between those two who deserves it. I'd almost, if I had to choose, gun to my head, I'd give it to Rambo.
I quite like the look of young Nigel Ashton, who knocked his opponent out with that right hand.
From our second fight of the evening, Nigel Ashton, excuse me.
Yeah, I was really impressed with him.
Young 23-year-old out of Galveston, Texas. A lot of support for him here tonight.
It's going to be interesting, the scorecards here.
All right, let's make this one official and hand it over to Jeremiah.
Convention Center. And the ring judges score this contest identical 39-37 to the winner by unanimous decision. And still undefeated.
Congratulations to Ernest Butos. Can't say a Turley with 39-37. It was a good clash. It could have well been a draw for me, but I thought Mum did really, really well. But the judges saw it differently.
Grinded out a tough one. Can improve to 5-0. Those are the type of fights that sometimes you just got to get them under your belt, man. Grind out them ugly ones.
You'll learn a lot from that, though. It's a really good fight at 4 and I was 5-0. There's a professional. He'll learn a lot from that.
We'll be seeing a lot more of Ernest Butos and future El Tigre Promotions. And actually, I'd love to see Robert Munn again with that unorthodox style. We're about to take a quick intermission, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hand it over to Jeremiah.
He came all the way from across the pond to announce our broadcast. A big round of applause, now known as Lord Dan Hewitt of England, who's doing the broadcast. A big thank you to him, representing and Tigre Promotions. And that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we also want to introduce our lovely ring card models. Let's introduce first Brooklyn, Sarah, and Abigail. And now, who wants some free goodies? Who wants some gifts? I got a bag of boxing gloves to give out, or a box full of little small boxing gloves. So get those hands up in the air if you want one.
So we're on to the main event of the evening. This is for the ABO North American Championship. So for everybody out there, America, Canada, Mexico. So that's going to be, it's going to be great. You've got Andre Lam from Bermuda against Kendo Castanada. Spoke to Castanada when I was in England, and he said, I'm ready to go. I'm going to start. I just want to start taking some chins off. So seems confident, and I spent quite a lot of time with Andre Lam this week. Really pleasant guy. Obviously, Bermuda being a Commonwealth state from the UK, so he's been in the UK quite a lot. He looks very, very talented. So I think it's going to be really good. The only thing is it could also go another way. I mean, Kendo Castanada's been in there with more experienced fighters. He's 29-11 or something like that. 21-9 with 9 knockouts. And he went the full 10 rounds with a very good fighter, Jose Zepeda, who's had a fantastic record for everyone. So this is going to be good.
There we see him, Kendo Castanada, ready for action.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, ready to make his way into the arena, he comes in undefeated, the fighting pride of Bermuda. Here is Showtime, Andre
Going to be one hell of a main event for the ABO North American Championship between Kendo Castanada and Andre Lam of Bermuda.
8 rounds of championship action coming at you live from Galveston, Texas. I am Todd Moore calling the action here with Dan Hewitt, Boxing TV's own. And we are live from El Tigre Promotions as we are putting on our championship matchup for you, ladies and gentlemen, as we await the arrival of the undefeated Andre Lam. It has been a great night of action here tonight. Don't forget to spread the word. ClearLifeMedia.com, the only place that you can see the action running here tonight, this championship boxing. And making his way to the ring, Bermuda's own Andre Lam, 5'11", 29 years of age, undefeated at 12-0, 7 knockouts to his credit, has been training for the last 14 years. And Dan, he is primed, he is ready for that championship.
He's got to be very, very talented because he was part of the Bermuda Olympic squad, and you just don't go anywhere near the Olympics unless you're, as you know, unless you're incredibly talented. So it should be really, really good. And obviously, like I say, with Castaneda, he's saying, listen, I'm more experienced, I've been in there with better fighters, and I'm going to take your chin off. So, yeah, he's going for a great fight.
There you see him, Andre Lam, ready for action.
Tonight in Tigre Promotions, fight night, presents the main event of the evening. 8 rounds scheduled for the winning American Boxing Organization Welterweight Championship. And it's sponsored by Otego Development, LLC, Boxing TV, Progressive Rejuvenation, Stalwart Bench, Pistolas y Música, Renowned Boxing, Loaded Pistols, Fightwear, King Fine Jewelry, the ABF, Wicked Electric, and Punch-Out Management. This championship contest is sanctioned by the Texas Department of Licensing for Regulation in Combative Sports. The Executive Director is Courtney Lumber. Ringside Supervisor here tonight, Joseph Salazar. This contest is also sanctioned by the American Boxing Organization, the ABO President, Wait. Positions, Dr. Beckov and Roger Temple. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we introduce the three judges scoring this contest on a 10-point system. They are Anthony Moss, Ray Zaragoza, and Florence Turley. And our championship referee in charge at the sound of the bell, James Gray. And all five fans, 2 diamonds, 1 ring. Tonight you will shine the brightest. H-Town and Galveston, Texas.
Lamb was fired up there. It's going to be a great fight.
Standing with Christian Castillo. Very fighting Hutman, Little wearing the colors, West of los Colores de Mexico, Rojo Blanco, at 46 pounds, outpowered of 31 professional belts, with a record of 21 victories, 9 wins by way of knockout, and 9 defeats. He is the former WNBA Super champion, the former APF welterweight champion, and former IPA welterweight champion, and from the Isle of San Antonio, Texas, he is representando a la Partida Mexico, Intermission, and
Both fighters having a good chat with each other there.
That gamesmanship, Dan.
I find it funny, to be honest, at times.
Man, I like it.
Wearing purple gold, weighted 6 pounds. This evening, he steps into the ring on the limit, 11 pounds. 8 victories, 6 wins by way of knockout, and no defeats. Here is the former APF welterweight champion, current 6-pound APF champion, defined by the Warwick Bermuda, representing Puerto Rico's contingent, the undefeated Showtime
We're in for a treat here, Todd. Loads and loads of love coming in from Bermuda.
Head referee James Green giving the final touches. Go ahead there, Dan. Sorry.
No, of course. Loads and loads of love on the stream. From Katie, loads of Bermuda. First Lady, Colto, Cash Kid, all saying Showtime. They can't. That's what we've come in to see.
Well, the moment of truth has arrived. Andre Lamb, Showtime. Kendo Castanada. The battle for the welterweight championship is officially underway. Southpaw versus conventional matchup. Showtime fighting out of the southpaw stance. Castanada in the red trunks. The conventional. See how this story unfolds between these two welterweights. Will Lamb remain undefeated, or Castaneda be the first to put the blemish on that record?
They both look big for 147, I will say.
Yeah, I'll give you that. It's always impressive. 5'11" Andre Lamb, the 5'9" Castaneda, both coming in under the 147-pound weight limit.
It's a lovely snappy jab that from Lamb.
Lead hook there from Lamb.
Right, I've noticed something straight away, and for everybody watching in the stream, it's all about, when you're fighting as an orthodox, when you're fighting as southpaw, it's all about foot placement. And I've noticed a couple of times already that Lamb's starting to stand on the front foot of Castaneda. meaning you can't escape. Common thing from southpaws.
Here Castaneda's corner calling out for him. He's got to be first, got to be first.
Love the shot there by Lamb.
A nice combo there from Lamb. Nice right hook there. Castaneda looking for his openings, but Lamb being very evasive right now, showing you exactly why. He's 12-0.
Boxing well.
Just under a minute left in this opening round of this championship fight. Castaneda now turns southpaw. See what he can do there.
Big left hand there by Lamb.
Lamb looking very comfortable.
Still got to be careful, you know, if he's leaning back, hands down.
Interesting to see Castaneda here transitioning to southpaw and sticking with it. We've seen a lot of these guys just kind of tease it a little bit, and then they go right back to what they're comfortable with. Short time left. Good right hook there from Castaneda. His best punch so far for round one. Trying to finish strong, see if he could steal the round. But I give a slight edge to Lamb to take the opening round. How do you got it, Dan?
I thought Castaneda came into the round late on.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. He was just kind of feeling out, waiting for his shots, seeing what Lamb is going to throw at him.
But based on general ring generalship, then yeah, for me, Lamb won that round.
Nice feeling out round for both fighters to see what they bring out for number two, see what adjustments they make, and see if they open up a little bit. Always a good way to just kind of shake those nerves off after that first round. These guys are some solid pros, though. Castaneda with 30 fights under his belt, 31 years of age, has been training for the last 20 years. The veteran of these two fighters. But there's always that mystique about undefeated fighters. Just how good they really are.
It's a solid, solid test for Lamb if he comes through it.
Castaneda looking to be aggressive, sticking with that southpaw stance.
Yeah, he's having much more success out of the southpaw stance for sure.
Man, with that double jab, trying to get Castaneda off of him.
Stay away from that left hand.
And someone shouted out literally behind me then. The reason I believe that he's turned southpaw is I've noticed that Lamb keeps exiting to his right, so basically Castaneda can throw that left hand as he's escaping. Two very solid pros. Lovely combination.
Yeah, nice combo there from Lamb. Still working that footwork. Fighting from the outside. It's Castaneda trying to close that gap. Tied up now. Referee Joe Green letting it go. Forcing them to impose the action.
That shows his experience. His hands were free. There's no reason why he couldn't work inside there.
Lamb evading those shots. Plants his feet and goes for his combo of his own. Halfway into the second round of this championship fight.
There's that left hand we were talking about. Oh, that was low there by Castaneda.
Yeah, he got a warning there from referee Joe Green. Excuse me, James Green.
Lamb's really impressive when he puts them together. It's good work.
Yeah, it's a nice set of combinations here from Lamb.
Great left hand.
Now, Lamb now sharpshooting those shots to Castaneda. Good defense here. Rolling with the shots, Lamb is. Answers back with his own.
Low again from Castaneda there. Lovely three-punch combination by Lamb.
Good right hand. Wobbles Castaneda.
I think that was more balance more than anything else. I think it's probably not a conventional southpaw.
It still got the attention of who's ever watching.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely in the eyes of the three that count the most, the judges.
Absolutely.
From their angle, some of them may not have been able to see whether it was from the power of the punch or if it was from just being off balance. So, definite nod to Lamb there for this round. Short time left. See how they finish.
That was low again, Castaneda. Again.
Good finish from both fighters in round number 2.
I don't think Lamb was happy with the low blows there. Hit him after the belt for that reason, I believe.
I think it's 2 rounds to 0 for Lamb. You got to wonder what adjustments Castaneda's corner is calling for him to make. They tried to come out in that second round aggressive and try to bully Lamb with that southpaw stance and try to cut him off. But Lamb is proving to be too evasive in that round.
Absolutely. I mean, if I'm in his corner, Castaneda's corner, he's doing all the right things, but he's following him around the ring rather than cutting the ring off. So if he's moving to his right, he moves to his left, or other way around. But rather than chasing him round, keep him in a corner, because that's what he's not going to win. By this look, Castaneda's not going to win a pure boxing match with Lamb, because I believe Lamb is the better boxer. So he needs to put it in his own hands and make sure he gives him nowhere else to escape.
So you're feeling Castaneda's needing to make this into an ugly fight and just try to bully Lamb.
I think he knows that too. I mean, with them low blows in the last round.
Interesting, Castaneda coming back conventional stance for this round.
Surprised he didn't get told off by the referee there. It was more of a slap with that shot from Lamb. It's a good right hand, Castaneda.
Wow. Check right hook there from Lamb that got Castaneda's attention. Castaneda moving forward, but moving right into the shots from Lamb. Lamb now getting more confident with every punch.
Great work. I say really impressive when he puts them together.
And Castaneda now trying to make his own comeback now.
This is what I mean by Castaneda. If you watch, he's following him. He's not cutting him off to the corner or against the ropes. He's following him. Look, he's following him again. He needs to cut the ring off.
Castaneda now with Lamb against the ropes. Working from the inside. And the faster of the two fighters, Lamb punching his way out.
What's so impressive about Lamb so far for me, Todd, is even when he is in the pockets, he seems like the stronger fighter of the two and the faster fighter of the two.
Yeah, he has shown to be superior in quite a few spots here.
Yeah.
Castaneda, though, veteran of the sport, 30 fights, trying to impose his veteranship onto young Lamb. Will that be enough?
Couple of good shots inside there from Castaneda.
Good left hand there from Lamb. Excuse me, from Castaneda.
Again, slap us with that right hook.
Step to your left, keep working to your left. Going to your left, step to your left. Good. Step to your left, shoot that hook. Step to your left, shoot that hook. Step to your left, shoot that hook. Good, keep working to your left.
Lamb there just constantly circling. And Castaneda cut him off. He's letting Lamb circle his way out. Short time left in this round.
Unfortunately, I would not like to be Castaneda tomorrow morning, because the only way he wins this fight is he got to walk through shots, and obviously with Lamb he's really very fast, fit, athletic man, and I would not like to be walking into that.
Almost like your classic boxer versus puncher style matchup here. Rocky Balboa versus Apollo Creed. As Castaneda has been trying to pull out all the stops, coming out southpaw, conventional, trying to put pressure on the very smooth Lamb. But Lamb just having a lot of finesse and technique out there, will not be denied. It's been a very technical matchup so far on Lamb's part. At some point, you have to wonder, when is Castanada's coaches just going to cut him loose and just say, hey, man, you got to go for broke right now. Just make it ugly. Throw something out there, because right now this guy's getting the better end on the technical side.
That's it. I mean, right now, how we're looking so far, Castanada's game plan has to be make Lamb work, make him work, and then try and do better down the stretch, because right now he's getting outboxed. Lamb is a really talented kid.
We're almost halfway into this 8-round fight as we are starting off round number 4. There it is. Castanada now trying to pick up the intensity from the inside. But Lamb showing his finesse. Has an answer for that too.
Castaneda has to walk him down. That's what I mean. He'd have an headache the next day, that's for sure. Really, really good kid, Lamb. Again, he's hitting low.
Lamb just pumping that jab.
Ooh, exchange shots.
Yeah, nice comeback there from Castaneda. Answer back with that straight left. Transitions back to southpaw himself.
Like I say, Castaneda, he's got to make him work. He can't get teed off on. Oh, it's a big right up inside.
Nicely done there from Lamb. Lamb with 7 knockouts to his credit of those 12 victories.
Brilliant variety of shots. Lamb, very, very talented boxer.
Castaneda with 9 knockouts to his credit. Good combo there once again from Lamb.
Castaneda has got to make Lamb work when he does not want to. He can't let him have his own way, otherwise he'll just box himself to a victory.
Man, Lamb there going from the body then to the head, mixing it up there.
Low again by Castaneda.
Another low blow, but Castaneda acknowledging it.
They were 2 low shots there again. The referee's got to have a word.
I almost think Lamb is just going to answer tit for tat.
Hey, exactly what he did. He knew that he kept getting hit low, so he thought, I'll sniff one in myself. Yeah.
Definitely. Veteran move. The referee's not going to call it. Hey, I'm going to get you right back.
People made a career for doing that kind of thing. Listen, if you can get away with it, it's going to give you some kind of benefit during the fight. Then you see it all the time. Bernard Hopkins was the worst for it. He's using his shoulder or his elbow or his head. And at the end of the day, it's going to give you an advantage in the fight. And I know it's not nice. It's definitely ugly, but it'll give you a benefit.
Round 4 comes to a close. Another Lamb round. Castaneda needs something big, and he needs it quick. As he is getting out-finessed from the undefeated Andre Lamb. Yeah, and I can't blame Lamb for getting frustrated with all those low blows. And if the referee's not going to do anything about it, then you might as well go tit for tat. If you're going to foul me, I'm going to foul you right back. It's something that I've always encouraged fighters to do, because if the damage is done, regardless of whether the referee calls a timeout or not, so you might as well just even the odds and foul them right back.
Yeah.
And Lamb is fired up into this round 5. Is he going to pick up the intensity and go for the finish?
I still think he's... look what Castaneda's done there. He's hit him not, hit him low. And since then, Lamb's just looked annoyed. So he's got to him. He's given him exactly what he wanted.
Castaneda has been alternating stances every round. Going conventional one round, southpaw another. You have to wonder if they strategize for that for this specific fight. Is that a telltale of Castanada in previous fights? Can throw some guys off. I think a solid pro can make the adjustments where needed. And right now, Lamb has not been phased from either stance of Castaneda.
It's really, really sharp. Not only that, he's got such a good variety of shots. He can throw shots from anywhere. And I've been really impressed with his defense.
Ripping away at the body. Castaneda, though, he's a warrior. He's sticking right in there.
He's showing that true Mexican spirit here.
Once again, a little bit below the belt line.
Listen, he's had a warning. One more, and I'm telling you, he'll have a point off.
He's done quite a bit. At the same token, about how high are Lamb's trunks? They look a little bit above the typical belt line. Nonetheless, this fight will continue. Castaneda is really walking the line there of getting a foul.
Saying that, the Castaneda's having a better round here.
Castaneda, these two are standing toe-to-toe.
That's a good shot to the body there that I thought it looked like Lamb did not like that.
This type of fight right here, this is what Castaneda needs more of. I mean, he's taking some shots, but he's also landing a couple himself.
Again, like we were saying earlier in the round, he's got to make Lamb work when he doesn't want to work, because that takes much more out of you.
And I think you're right. I think this has been Castaneda's most successful round thus far. The fight is wearing into the later part of the rounds. At some point, it's going to come down to who has the most heart.
Definitely feel like Castaneda is making a dent. Good left hand by Lamb there.
Still have Lamb ahead in this round, but Castaneda has shown some moments. He is showing that warrior spirit. He's continuously stalking Lamb, looking for his openings. Finishing this round in southpaw. Short time left in round 5.
Castaneda's building in confidence here. And I feel that Lamb is starting to feel the pace.
Wow, what a finish there. Solid shot there for Lamb at the end of the round. Yeah, heartbreaker for Castaneda to eat those shots there at the end. Started to gain some ground there. Only to be shut down right at the end by Lamb. 3 rounds left.
Exactly. You hit the nail on the head there. Only 3 rounds left.
Now, he's going to need at least a knockdown. So I don't. Apart from that last round, I think he won that last round, Castaneda. But if this was a 12-round fight, Lamb would be in a much worse position. But there's only 3 more rounds he needs to get through.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think he might be okay. But, well, you never know. But
I have it 5 rounds sweep for Lamb thus far. I hear your argument for Castaneda with that round. So you have it 4-1 for Lamb so far. Nonetheless, we both would agree Castaneda needs these last 3 rounds, and he needs them big time.
yeah, there can't be any doubt.
Don't take a break, Kendo. You gotta be busy the whole time. Can't wait. Jab that arm, shoot it. Jab the arm and shoot it. There it is.
Good right hand there by Castaneda.
Same thing. Jab the arm, come up. There you go. And move it after. And there with the right hand. Straight left to the body, right there. Double that up. Come back with something. Hard. Go to the body. There you
Still
go.
the story of this fight.
Hands up, move after that.
Castaneda chasing the evasive Lamb. And Lamb landing those array of shots.
Exchanging shots in the middle of the ring.
Right now they're fighting in the middle of a phone booth. They're going for it.
Lamb's falling for it is what he's doing. Which, to be fair, Castanada's doing the right thing. He's making him work when he doesn't want to. And that's what's going to get him back in the fight.
Man, this is the type of fights I like to see. I like to see them just dig in deep in the body like that. Just going for it. Just plant those feet and just let them fly. And this is what Castanada needs. He's got 1:10 left. He is trailing so far in this fight. He needs to double that output. Easier said than done.
That, again, they were really low shots there by Castanada. Heads come together in the middle.
And so far, I think this is actually Castanada's best round.
Yeah, he's dragging him into the fight. He's dragging him into fight, which is making him work.
Andre Lamb showing you exactly why he is 12-0. But the warrior in Castaneda will not be denied. He's going to continue and fight his heart out. Oh, nice uppercut there from Lamb. Closest round so far in my book. Up into that uppercut, I kind of had a pick 'em round. I have Lamb slightly ahead with that uppercut.
Oh, good shot there by Castaneda. Good round for Castaneda. I'd give that the last 2 rounds to Castaneda.
If there was a round to give to Castaneda, that would be the one to give it to him. Castaneda's best round so far. Two rounds to go. Championship rounds coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Lucky number 7. So far, undefeated Andre Lamb. Comfortably ahead on the scorecards. Depending on how you score it, you possibly could have as many as 2 rounds for Castaneda.
That's how I'm scoring it currently. So if it is that you look, let's say, argument's sake, Castaneda on my scorecard is to win the next 2 rounds. He could get himself a draw here. Well, let's be honest, he'd be coming back from the brink in order to do that. But it all depends how much of a dent has he put in him.
At best, I give an argument could be made for that last round for Castaneda, but I have it a clean sweep for Lamb. 6 rounds to 0.
Good, keep it there.
Let's see how this story unfolds in these championship rounds. A knockout would end it all.
Keep coming, keep coming.
Let's go, Andre!
Yeah, he did hit him in the back, but he did turn. So, can't really say much more than that.
Keep easy, Kindo, jab. There you go. More than one.
Castaneda cannot afford to be just teed off on now. He's done too much work to get close. He needs not to give him a second. You can't give Lamb a second.
Jab, Kindo, jab.
There you go!
Nice hook there from Lamb. It's Castaneda walking right into the shots at this point. He gained some great momentum in that last round. But they're being shut down by Lamb in round number 7. Very technical and elusive fighter from Bermuda.
He's trying to take this round off. Come with pressure. Pressure, Kindo, pressure. Right there. Punches.
Leaping in there with those shots.
Stay sharp. Don't get square. Don't get square, Kindo.
Good right hand there by Castaneda.
Yeah, good shot. I agree.
Keep fighting there.
Again, another good right hand there by Castaneda.
Know everything.
He's moving a lot, Lamb, and that's
Let's go.
not necessarily wasted energy because Kendo is walking him down. But that will take it out of him down the stretch. Again, a 12-round fight where I feel Kendo probably would do a lot better, but that's only 8 rounds. With only 2 rounds to go, he could box us comfortably to a victory here if he does the right thing.
Ram there. Punching and moving, sticking and moving.
Good combination there by Castanada.
Wow. Lamb now putting it on. Castanada will not be phased. Continues to move forward. Good exchange there from both fighters. 7 rounds in the book. I give that round to Lamb.
Same. So my scorecards. Castaneda is going to need at least a knockdown.
At least a knockdown. It's going to be interesting. 8th and final round. Will Andre Lamb coast his way to victory, or will he be looking to seal the deal against the double tough Kendo Castaneda? I think Castaneda needs a knockout to win. I think he needs more than just a knockdown. I think he needs all the marbles, all in this 1 round.
May well be right.
It's gonna be.
You can't knock his bravery, though, can you? Do you know what I mean? He hasn't stopped and he hasn't played down. You know, let's be honest, Lamb is very talented lad.
No, there's no doubt. Don't go anywhere after this, ladies and gentlemen. We have a bonus bout as Manny Deanda takes on Roberto Gonzalez in the catch weight. Our championship round is on right now.
I will say testament to Andre Lamb's fitness, because he's been moving around now. The amount of miles he's done.
Yeah, he's looking fresh out there. He's looking like he just went through a long-distance cross-country run.
He's still sharp. He's round 8 than he was in round 1.
Yeah, still has a lot of pop in his shots. Staggering Castaneda there.
I think he slipped, you know.
Castaneda, the warrior that he is, continues pressing forward.
It's a real throwback fighter, isn't he, Castaneda? Oh, stopped him in his tracks there with the left hand by Lamb.
Castaneda coming along strong.
In chat, someone says, Leslie Webb said, Castaneda needs an equalizer, and he's not wrong, Todd.
Oh, another low blow, but hey, at this point of the fight, just fight on. Try to finish strong.
Let's go, Andre!
Walked into a left hand against the ropes there, Castaneda.
Just under a minute left in this championship fight. Who wants it more? Kendo Castaneda and Andre Lamb going for broke here at El Tigre Promotions. Big left hand there from Lamb.
That's clever by Lamb. He's disguised it by looking away before he saw the shot, before he threw the shot.
And got a lot of credit to Lamb. Lamb could very easily just coasted this round and win the fight, but he's been fighting just as hard in this as he did in the first round here in this final 8th and final round.
It's a good step-up fight for him. It really is. He'll learn a lot from this, Lamb.
Now taking on a 30-fight veteran in Castaneda. Just under 10 seconds left in this championship matchup, and they're going for it. Heck of a finish for these two fighters. Andre Lamb and Kendo Castanada go the distance on El Tigre Promotions.
Yeah, I have it 6 rounds to 2.
6 rounds to 2 for Lamb. I have it clean sweep.
Every round?
I have every round. There's a couple that were pretty close. Rounds 5 and 6 were Castanada's best performances. But I still give a slight edge. I mean, those were pick'em rounds. I still give a slight edge to the young Andre Lamb.
That's why there's more than one judge.
Exactly. Yeah, brother. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We still have one more fight. Manny Deanda taking on Roberto Gonzalez in a catchweight matchup as they tally the scores so we can make this one official.
The difference, there's a few differences there. No disrespect at all. You know, It takes a lot of balls to get in that ring. The difference was natural talent and athleticism. Speed. I don't think they were necessarily stronger than the other. I think they were quite well matched there. I think it was just that natural boxing ability. He would have comfortably, I think, Lamb.
Yeah, I mean, all the tools for Andre Lamb to have quite the successful career for himself. It's going to be interesting to see how his future unfolds as he put on one heck of a performance here tonight. And all the credit in the world to the heart of Castanada as they've tallied the scores, and we're going to make this one official.
Nonetheless, really entertaining fight.
And now we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges found this contest identical. 78 to 74. And now crowned the new ABO welterweight title, representing and still undefeated.
Look how much it means to him.
Andre Lamb is your new ABO North American champion. 13-0 in his career. The 29-year-old from Bermuda with one heck of a performance tonight. And credit to you, Dan. You got it right, amigo. 6 rounds to 2 as all 3 of the judges have it.
It's almost like I've done this before.
Maybe.
So tough fighters. I mean, again, massive credit to Castanada. He stayed in there, didn't he? And he was in there with a better fighter at the end of the day. But, you know, credit to both of them.
Yeah, I was definitely impressed with the heart of Castanada, but just, I mean, when you're in there with a guy as skilled and as athletic as Lamb, I mean, you got your back is against the wall, and he came out swinging. He did everything he could, but the better man won tonight. There you see him.
He could go a long way. I think he's really, really good.
Yeah, we might be hearing a lot more of Andre Lamb in the future. But remember, where you saw him here first, El Tigre Promotions, clearlifemedia.com. And don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, because we got ourselves a bonus matchup as Manny Deanda looks to continue on his young career as he takes on Roberto Gonzalez. That's coming up right after this.
Speaking to the promoter just before that last fight, he said that either of these last 2, well, there's obviously one more, but that one we've just seen, or this last one, could well be fight of the night. So we've still got a lot in store.
And then we were talking earlier as they can vote who the fighter of the night is. My vote is for Andre Lamb.
Do you?
As we were having it kind of a toss-up between, I had earlier said Lamb Rambo Gandara before this fight.
I'm sticking with Nigel Ashton with that massive right-hand knockout, the second fight in.
Nice.
I was really impressed with his footwork, and that knockout was absolutely devastating.
All right, one more to go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hand it over to Jeremiah Gallegos.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, for the final attraction of the evening. This is our bonus fight. 4 rounds of the welterweight division. We introduce first, ready to make this ring one from Houston, Texas. Beckov and the
And making his way to the ring, Roberto Gonzalez, 5'6", 32 years of age, looking for his first victory here tonight. Has been training for the last 13 years, representing Cruz Boxing. Roberto Gonzalez, ready for action.
To the ring, Manny Deanda from Mexico. When speaking to him, he said, I want to be a world champion. There wasn't even not even a hesitation. I want to be a world champion. So he's actually a PT, has his own gym, and actually has over 100 people that he trains. So this guy really does a lot for the community. Roberto Gonzalez did turn pro late, but he has a really big following here. So this could be, again, what's promised to be one of the fights of the night.
As we await the arrival of Manny Deanda. And Dan, I was telling you earlier on, the last time I called Deanda's fights, man, he destroyed the man known as the Terminator, just made his nose crooked in that last fight, and that was one heck of a performance for Deanda. Let's see if he can follow up with a performance here tonight against Gonzalez. We shall see. Man, as the old saying goes in pro wrestling, they played his music for the second time.
He's probably just making him wait. He's probably just looking for mind games. Who knows? The final fight of the evening on behalf of Tigre Promotions here in Galveston, Texas. Great event. Really looking forward to this final one. It's promised to be a potential fight of the night.
A lot of support in the crowd for that man right there. Manny Deanda, 5'8", 21 years of age. 1-0 with one knockout in his young career. 15 years training at a Deanda Brothers Boxing in Houston, Texas. Weighed in at a solid and ready 151 pounds.
Nice to see respect there given by both fighters. Well, who doesn't love an old Mexican war? Doesn't matter what part of the world you're from.
Manny Deanda, ready for action.
crowd are going wild here.
Yeah, Deanda has a lot of support.
This evening, this two-time Houston Golden Gloves champion enters the ring for second time, perfect, with one KO victory, and from Northside, Houston, Texas.
Deanda looks fired up there, intensely staring.
I am anxious to see how Deanda follows up that last performance where he destroyed the nose of the man known as the Terminator. Manny Deanda, Roberto Gonzalez, and this fight is officially underway.
Roberto Gonzalez in the white trunks and Manny Deanda in the black and Mexican colors.
The crowd is deafening for Deanda. Because every movement he makes, they go crazy for this guy.
Oh, big right to the body by Manny Deanda.
Deanda's got some power. We've seen it in his last fight. And right now, he had Gonzalez in trouble. Gonzalez made the right decision in pivoting out of that corner as he was getting pummeled. Just a little bit over a minute into this opening round. Deanda ate a jab, plows right through it, now is stalking Gonzalez.
Gonzalez leading from the nose.
Deanda finding his mark, measuring his shots. Can he score his second knockout victory?
Oh, big shots coming in by Deanda.
Oh, wow, Gonzalez is in trouble.
Oh, he's down.
Whoa.
He's down heavy.
And Manny Deanda does it
The
again.
referee's called it off. What a devastating knockout.
Man, Gonzalez's head bounced off the mat.
He was not getting up from that.
Incredible. That was one hell of a knockout from Manny Deanda.
Folded him like a deck chair. What a shot.
Manny Deanda is for real, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, did we save the best till last? Is that the best performance of the night? It's hard to say no to that.
Man, Deanda's got some devastating power.
It's good to see Roberto Gonzalez up.
Yeah, I mean, that was a scary knockdown, and he bounced his head off the mat like a basketball. And it's good to see that he is up and responding. But Manny Deanda, man, what a way to kick off his career. 2-0, 2 devastating knockouts. It has been a real pleasure calling this young man's fights so far. I can't wait to call the third one.
Absolutely. Very exciting.
And probably the most crowd support out of all the fighters here tonight. Deanda looking forward to seeing this young man fight again.
Certainly have a lot more admirers if he turns up and folds people in half like that. That was a devastating knockout.
That is one thing everybody can respect. Someone that's able just to sleep somebody just with a tap of their hand. Remember that name, ladies and gentlemen, Manny Deanda. I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of him in the world of boxing, especially here at El Tigre Promotions. Remember where you saw it? ClearLifeMedia.com. We're going to make this one official. Dr. Guerrero checking in right now.
That's good to see.
On Gonzalez. There we see Manny Deanda. Let's hand this one to Jeremiah and make it official. He earned it, as you said, Dan.
Absolutely. And at only 21 years of age, he's got a bright, bright future, Todd.
No doubt, Dan. Manny Deanda, 2 incredible performances, shattered the nose of his first opponent, bounced the head off the mat like a basketball in his second performance of his opponent. We're going to be seeing a lot more of Manny Deanda. There you see it. The victor goes to spoils. $500 bonus on top of his winnings.
Brilliant performance.
We want to thank everyone watching live at home from ClearLifeMedia.com, El Tigre Promotions. I am Todd Moore, calling the matches here with Boxing TV's own Dan Hewitt. It's been one heck of a night.
It's been a real pleasure. But one thing I like about this, we've had so many 50-50 fights. None of them have been just a walkover, and which is so refreshing to see. Normally you know who's going to win. You're not going to win any money gambling on that. But it was a really good night, competitive night of boxing, and credit to the promotion outfit here, El Tigre Promotions, who continually put on good shows.
Yeah, another hell of a matchup and matchmaking from El Tigre Promotions, producing some of the best talent in the nation. And we look forward to seeing you guys on our next El Tigre broadcast from Clear Life Media. I am Todd Moore. This is Dan Hewitt. You see the final words from Manny Deanda before we call it quits. From the man himself.
I mean, I don't speak Spanish, so no idea what he said, but I'm sure it's something along the lines of thanks for coming or something like that, yeah?
He's on to number 3. Who's next, is what that man said.
Really? Wow. Confident young man. Well, yeah, it's been a pleasure. It really, really has. And on behalf of us at England Unboxing TV, it is always a pleasure to work alongside, again, such a fair professional outfit in El Tigre Promotions.
Thank you to our sponsors. It's been a great night of fights from Galveston, Texas. Good night, good fight. From Galveston, Texas. Good night, good fight. Good night, good fight.